Hello, people of Earth and elsewhere. Welcome back to the show where the content is spam, and I am Crackers. And today's spam is, well, I think you can tell by clicking on the thumbnail. Shoot, shoot, hype train! A little while ago, or more like this morning, I managed to finally watch the first animated preview for the Part 4 anime of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Diamond is Unbreakable, and boy am I excited about it. And first off, I'd like to apologize for what you are seeing on the screen right now. My computer is unfortunately still broken, so I have been improvising all day to try and give you this much of a production. I'm terribly sorry for the camera focusing in and out, and the terrible quality that it is altogether. On another note, let's talk about JoJo. First of all, 2 days ago, on the 17th, we got the official release of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Eyes of Heaven video game, which is all great for people who are in Japan. I sure hope a bunch of people are playing the hell out of that game right now. I want to play the hell out of that game, but it's not going to happen until we get a stateside release. I can't play games that aren't in English. I'm sorry. I also wanted to say something about the new chapter of JoJo, but as of right now, it has not come out and probably won't be out for another couple of days, and I wanted to be a person who actually reacts to this preview that I was able to see this morning. And what I have to say is it looks pretty darn great so far. The attention to detail is slightly different. It's just a preview, and most previews are usually well animated. But from what I can see, if the entire thing is going to be animated like this, I am going to be really, really happy with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 4. It is pretty seamless, and the coloration looks amazing. They are going along with the whole, I think I mentioned this before, how Araki's art style is constantly changing. Well, yeah, they decided that they were going to go with that as a theme in the anime, and I'm really happy because the way that the animation looks, while different, is still JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and I think it looks awesome, in the sense that, guess what, Josuke is a Japanese high schooler, and he actually looks like a Japanese high schooler, not like teenagers that we've seen in the past in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure who really looked more like 35-year-old men. I mean, some people see that as an upside in previous parts of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and I don't really complain about it because I love the series so much, but you know how it is. It'll be really cool to see. And there's also been a release of some of the characters' concept art, at least of their faces. And to my, somewhat disappointment, I have found out that Koichi's hair will in fact be a silverish blue color. More so gray than blue, but it still looks kind of blue to me. I'm somewhat disappointed, and a few other people I know are disappointed because we're used to seeing Koichi have blonde hair in the manga scans, and I really can just say I do not like the blue hair he's given in the video games. But this silver is kind of a happy medium. I guess I can deal with it, and it's giving me hope that maybe when the entire series gets animated, we'll be able to see him have blonde hair when he goes super midget. That's going to be exciting to see. From what I could tell, Crazy Diamond looked really amazing. I like it better when he's all colored, and pink and blue, and I don't care. He looks like a really awesome guy in a jumpsuit, kind of. I can't really explain it. I didn't think that I was going to like how Crazy Diamond looks this much, because as a design in general, I'm not really a fan of Crazy Diamond, but it looks really, really super cool. I can't wait to see the rest of the stands and the rest of the characters as they are animated. They had some character concepts for Josuke, as well as Okuyasu, Koichi, Jotaro, and Rohan, who all pretty much look exactly like how they should look. I like pretty much everything about this. I can't really make any complaints right now. The coloration looks, I mentioned it before, but it looks really, really cool too, because from what I could tell in this thing that looks like it was recorded on a screen, I can't wait to see if I can get a better quality version on here and judge it accordingly. From what I can tell, the trees in the background were purple, and that might be weird, but this is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and I feel like that really just adds to the effect of the series, and I'm wondering whether or not they're going to keep on going with odd coloration of everything. Of course, to kind of keep with the theme that we've had this entire time, I'm also hoping that we're going to keep up with the everybody is spontaneously changing colors during the action scenes and the dramatic scenes, and I hope we still get some parts that are more like motion comics than just full-fledged anime, because it's just got that JoJo feel to it, so I'm hoping we're gonna keep up with that kind of style with this anime. I am really excited, and I don't want to have to wait 4 months to see more of this. It looks really cool. At the beginning of next year, I'm making it a point to go back and reread Part 4, just so that I can kind of refresh my memory on everything. It won't take very long. It didn't take very long the first time, and now that I know the difference between official subs and doing subs, I think I'll be able to actually get the gist of what's going on in different parts. The first time I tried to read Part 4 was a really, really big mess, and I'd rather not go through that again. I'm going to do it right this time. It was like half and half, and it was kind of ridiculous. Everybody loves the doing, but not when you're actually trying to read the series. No. I've also come to a point where about halfway through, a little bit closer to the end of this preview, they showed a bunch of shadows pass across the screen, and I was able to identify all of them, and it makes a bunch of questions arise that I wouldn't have ordinarily been thinking about asking. I want to know whether or not Debbie Production is just trying to mess with us by putting all these characters in there, because I want to say that Part 4 is going to be like Part 3, where they split it into 2 different seasons and they were a little while apart. But given the number of characters that they put into it, and which characters they were, it looks pretty inclusive to everything that was in the manga, but more than just what would be fitted in the first half of the first season of it. Like, they had Tonio, the guy with the whole spaghetti incident, which is as close to fillers as you're gonna get. If it was me, you might as well cut that part out, but it's a real fan favorite thing, so that's obviously, since he was one of the shadows, he's obviously gonna be in the anime, and that's from the first part. That's just fine. They're gonna keep everything they can in there, in the entire anime. But then I also saw characters like Stray Cat put in those shadows, and it makes you kind of wonder. Stray Cat didn't show up until like the last, I want to say last third of the series. It was more than halfway through by the time we finally got around to meeting Stray Cat and all that craziness. So they're not going to have Stray Cat in this first part of the series, are they? It's either that or they have a lot more episodes planned and ready than what it is I'm expecting. Are they going to do it in 2 different seasons, or are they just going to go through the entire thing at once? It's probably just something that they put in there to show how inclusive they're going to be, and they're not going to go much past whatever the halfway point of the series is. Like I said, I have to reread it in order to establish where exactly that halfway point is and where it might end. So yeah, that's the question that I'm going to be posing to everybody this time. Where do you think this season is going to end, and how long do you think each season is going to be? Like I said, I'm betting on 2, probably not 3 seasons. It's going to have, like I said, probably all the content, and who knows what they're going to do. But where do you think the halfway point would be where they would cut it off, based on the manga, if you are familiar with it? I'd like other people's opinions on this, because, like I said, I had to reread it. I'm not going to know for a little while. On that note, that's all I have to say about this preview. I'll give you guys links to it in the description, and I'm sorry again for the terrible quality of the drawing going on the screen right now, but it's the best I could do without any of my usual resources. Here's the completed picture as it is after it's been scanned out of the computer. Please check it out on DeviantArt and check out some of my other JoJo fan art. There will be links to that in the description as well. And next week, around Christmas time, I'm gonna hopefully have my computer back and a full digital speed paint of this particular picture, so you can look forward to that. Make sure you subscribe for more JoJo-related videos, and leave a comment if there's a topic you think I should cover in the future, or some other picture I should try drawing. I'm always open to suggestions and constructive criticism, so feel free to say something. Until next time, you guys, I hope I get my computer back. Ciao!